Alright guys, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? Game and compute. So, it's Friday night. I can't really go out because it's kind of smoky in LA, so um trying to conserve my lungs because I've got to be working um eventually. I need to get back into that, but since I'm home, I've basically been getting some work done online today, and then I was up super early, like a little bit before 5 a.m., working on stuff. And now it's night. It's 9:40 p.m. I actually started this about 20 minutes ago, but I took a little over 15 minutes to kind of get my bearings here. So I'm in the middle of a project here. What I'm trying to do is see the other platforms where Spotify for Creators has been posting my content. So what I first did was I went on to Spotify for Creators, logged into my account, and went to the settings, and under availability, the availability tab, the middle, at least as far as the user interface is now, it's the middle tab on that page. I scrolled down past everything and saw the different platforms, and skipped Apple Podcasts because I've only got one Apple phone and I don't really know how to create multiple Apple accounts. So I chose Castbox to be my first one. So once I went into Castbox, what I did was I basically logged in, I think using Google, and already had an account on here. I checked before I looked on Castbox and searched the podcast, and a bunch of the episodes showed up. I don't know if it's all of them because it's been years that I've been recording at this point, but I definitely saw that the first ones posted were from 2024, and then it had the next ones in there from like 2021. They're completely out of order, at least from what I saw. What I first saw, so I don't really know if it's posting them in order or what, because this is my first time ever looking at Castbox or using it or knowing about it. The only thing I really knew is that Spotify was posting to a lot of places. I've never really gone out of my way much to look outside of maybe Apple Podcasts. So I just thought, let me look at these. Why do you ask? Why do you ask that I might want to look at these other platforms? Well, I'm not too pleased with YouTube's censorship. I'm not too pleased with Spotify's kind of like moving the finish line. And I feel like monetization on Spotify, to get the numbers I want, it's not organic. It comes out of pocket for promoting and advertising and all that, and I don't really want to do that necessarily. So I'm trying to find other avenues. And I guess what I want to do is look at Castbox. So my podcast is on here. I didn't really, let me see. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. Do I go to claim ownership or add new channel? I guess I'll go to claim. Is this gonna charge me? So you can have a free channel, premium channel, or go Castbox and upgrade to premium, I don't want to pay for anything. I don't want to pay for anything. Why would I? Okay, let me not start complaining before I look at this. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. So basically, it says, please note that claiming ownership only applies to podcasts that are hosted everywhere. If your content is hosted on Castbox, you already have ownership of your channel. I mean, it is hosted on here. You already have ownership of your channel. What? It's claimed listeners can follow you. You can interact with listeners. You'll send an email address. Okay, so let me click around and play around in here a little bit. It says listen, top shows, and blog. So is the blog their blog? This is their blog, I think. This isn't mine. These aren't my... I have a blog on... Well, it depends which blogs. I have Medium blogs and I have Blogger blogs. So I'm just trying to look at this dude here. Analytics overview. So it looks like nobody's listening to this. If I put that's last 7 days, if I put last 90 days, nobody's listening to it. So I have a feeling that that I do need to do that claim ownership. Let me try it. I don't even know how to get back there. This is going to be a lot to try to do before bed. Let me see. Episodes. Does it show episodes? No, it doesn't show any of the episodes on here. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to do that RSS feed thing. So let me try it, see what happens. I don't think I can mess it up. Well, I'll just delete it if I do, I guess. So under Media Manager on the left panel, it says channels and episodes. I clicked on channels, and there's the option to add a new channel, and then there's the option to claim ownership, and it kind of tells you what to do. So I have the Castbox tab open on Google Chrome, and I kept the Spotify tab open on Google Chrome. This one, it says submit to submit. What? I don't understand what I'm doing here. I do not understand what I'm doing here. But I guess what I'm going to do is put the RSS feed. I don't know what else to do. How much do you guys want to bet this is going to get banned? I mean, it looks like there's already episodes there, so I don't understand if I can even do this. This doesn't make any sense. I should probably read about what I'm doing first, but am I going to do that? No, I'm just going to click around and see what happens. And I'm trying to find... Where's the RSS feed? I need that RSS feed link. I really haven't memorized, this platform too well at all. But let's see. So, alright. I'm gonna pause you guys while I figure this out. Alright guys, so copying the RSS feed to claim ownership on Castbox, and then the email is displayed. If you guys remember the episode from before, if you haven't seen that yet, or heard that yet, rather, there's an episode, I don't remember how long ago I posted it. It was either October or August of 2024. I don't know, maybe November. It was, I don't remember. Don't quote me because I don't remember. But, basically, I posted an episode about the RSS feed because I was posting the episodes onto YouTube to see what would happen. I kind of need to get an update on that too because I haven't even checked. You guys can tell I'm not very diligent with this kind of thing. So it says, yeah, I'm going to read that again. Please note that claiming ownership only applies to podcasts that are hosted everywhere. If your content is hosted on Castbox, you already have ownership of your channel. So I might already have ownership of this because I'm able to search it, but it looks like when I check in the dashboard and the analytics, it doesn't show anything at all, even in the last 90 days, which is a little bit confusing because I've posted recently, so I don't know how long. I don't know anything, honestly. And sorry about my sinuses, they just started running all of a sudden. It says success. Well, I submitted it, and it says an email will be sent. So I don't know what that email is gonna do, but I don't know how long because the notice kind of disappeared before I could finish reading it. So, alright, the email is already in. It says, "Hi podcaster, welcome to Castbox." What's it gonna tell me? It's introducing to Castbox suite of tools. Claim your podcast and watches. It says number one. Claim your podcast and watches performance on Castbox via Creator Studio. If your podcast isn't available on Castbox yet, you can submit your podcast while claiming it. You can claim your show with this link. Oh, it gives you like a whole link. Enable listeners to find your podcast with these nifty badges for your website and social media. Embed a Castbox HTML player on your website for easy listening. That's kind of cool. Apply to be featured in the Castbox app with this form. We know you want that banner spot. So, okay, let's see. Now that it's already in the works, when I click claimed, it doesn't show anything. When I click created, it doesn't show anything. So let's see if it takes a little bit. Now this is confusing because like I said, I already did search this podcast before. I already searched it before creating it or claiming ownership or whatever, and it already showed episodes. I just wanted to get into the dashboard and see if I could check analytics or anything like that, but it didn't seem to have any data, so that part is confusing. If there's no data and I put it all the way, not only last 7 days, all the way to the last 90 days, it doesn't show anything. So Um, I don't really know what to do with that. And then as far as revenue, I mean, I don't even know how you make money on this. Promotion. So there's promotion options on here. So you have to apply to be featured. Castbox values your work in an effort to help your podcast reach a wider audience on Castbox. We provide the feature opportunities to apply to be featured on Castbox in the banner or editor's picks on the homepage. Okay, well, what if you don't want to be promoted that way? Is there something you have to qualify for, like Spotify does? How to import premium or Patreon RSS feed. So that's private RSS feed. I don't really know if this doesn't seem like the same thing as monetization. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. It has a button for revenue and transactions, but where's the revenue coming from? Let me see. Okay, so if I click on my icon, what do you call it? Icon. It shows history, which is taking a little bit to load here. My Wi-Fi is pretty shoddy today. Apologies for that. But at least it got my logo on here, so I don't have to do that. It basically comes with logging in. Once I logged in, it basically had that. I don't know if it's gonna work with history. It's not loading. Subscribed. It shouldn't show anything. These links, they kind of are taking forever, so I don't know. It doesn't have a playlist. I don't know. So when I click on the icon, Creator Studio, history, sign out, new episodes, playlist, favorites, subscribed. Let's see what Creator Studio has. So Creator Studio is the same place I started in the beginning. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to really get anywhere on here right now. I guess I'll wait. Let me see if I log out and log back in maybe. But I don't really think that's necessarily what I'm needing to do. But let me just see if that changes anything. It doesn't really show anything. There's like no data. It doesn't show any of my episodes on here. It said it was successfully claimed, but I don't see anything. And I don't think the email really said much other than welcome. I don't really know. So I guess I have to click this link maybe? I don't know. Sign in again? How many times do I need to sign in? Alright, so I needed to click the link. This is a whole different place I'm in now. Have to accept the agreement. Let's see. I'm gonna actually look at the terms, not fully, but you're 18, sufficient rights, complied with third party license, abide by terms and services, your rights and license, rights. So sorry about that, guys. There was a link in the email that I didn't really understand that I needed to click. That's what happens when you're doing stuff late at night. I don't think it's gonna really change anything, but okay, it did. So in the last 7 days, it's showing subscribers, lifetime subscribers. So this doesn't have a lot of lifetime subscribers or lifetime listens compared to Spotify. And as far as revenue is concerned, we don't even know how that comes in, so that can't be a thing. There's no comments, which is fine because I wouldn't have been able to respond to them anyways. And it's got episodes, channels. So it doesn't show the episodes. As far as analytics, it just shows an overview without the episodes. And it doesn't appear that this podcast has a lot going on through Castbox. Seems like on Spotify things are going a whole lot better, because this one's only got 44 lifetime listens and 1 subscriber over the lifetime. I think this podcast, I started this in like 2020, so that's not good. It's not doing good on here at all. I would say it's not doing very well. And I don't really know what to do about that. And yeah, I don't know. There's not really a whole lot to click around on. I've clicked pretty much every possible thing to click. So it's not doing too well on here, but I'm probably going to try this for the other platforms. Basically what I'm looking for is to see if there might be other avenues to try to see if there are monetization options in some of these other platforms that are not Spotify. And then also seeing if there's maybe better traffic options. I would say with this one, no, there's not. But then again, I've never really heard of Castbox. That's just me. I don't know much about it. That's not anybody else's fault. I haven't really looked at the YouTube analytics at all. Maybe I'll do that while I'm on here just to round out, a 30-minute episode. But we're not really doing anything. I am not really doing anything on here. Let's see. If I go to YouTube Studio for the same podcast, I'm not looking at this podcast that I'm talking about. I'm looking at another podcast. Yeah, this one got a warning. It's a channel violation on YouTube. We know. I don't really even care. I don't even care about YouTube too much right now. I don't have the energy to really care about them disliking something. I knew that. I've known that for a while now. So if I go to video, I don't want to go to video analytics. I want to go to channel analytics. So it's not doing too good on YouTube either. All I've done is make it so the RSS feed posts onto YouTube. Basically, it's not doing good. Let me see when I started. It looks like last December. Can I change? So last 28 days. Ooh, did that say June? Oh, Jan? Oh, no, it didn't say June. Don't listen to me. So I'm gonna look at lifetime. Okay, so lifetime, it's only got 7 subscribers, with 13.7 watch hours, 585 views. That's not good, but it is all, what do you call it? It's all audio. And it's under podcasts. It's not under videos, and it's just audio with the same thumbnail on every single episode. So there hasn't really been a lot going on. As far as content, this is gonna have to load. We're not doing good with loading tonight, guys. It has 44.2k impressions. It has impressions click-through rate of 0.8. I don't think that's good. And let's see. The average duration is super low. I don't have any shorts. Do I? How do I have shorts? I don't remember posting any shorts. I guess the trailer. I guess I had another episode that there's a short. I don't remember posting those, but maybe YouTube made them or something. I mean, the trailer was already short, but maybe that episode was short enough to be considered a short. I don't know. Shouldn't have any playlists. It has 645 episodes. And then as far as audience, I mean, we're just not doing good. There's not that many people or things happening at all. This is a very boring channel, but I'm gonna look through the other podcasts the same way. I don't know how long this is gonna take. I'm gonna look at the other platforms though. Look at the stats on all the platforms as much as I can and see kind of what I think. If there are monetization opportunities outside of Spotify, and how each podcast is doing outside of Spotify, and more specifically on some of these other platforms. It seems like so far with this one, not the one I'm talking on now, but the one I'm looking at on my computer, it seems like it's going better on Spotify than it's going on Castbox or YouTube. It hasn't been on YouTube long, but it's not doing well if there's only 7 people, and then people aren't listening for that long anyways. Which I don't really fluff things up. I don't really make it that interesting. I'm a rambler, so a lot of things aren't scripted, and it's kind of more like a journaling style, vlogging style, like somewhere between a journal, like an audio journal, and a vlog. It's not so much, like a typical podcast is now, because nowadays podcasts are more like journalists and more like talk shows than they are, you know, kind of like the style that I've been doing things all these years. I haven't really changed how I've been doing things. I'm still preferring to record into my cell phone and upload from my phone. I'm glad that Spotify finally fixed that and put it back, even though whatever, you can't record directly into the app, but you can at least save files and upload, you know, audio files onto the podcast app pretty easily. You have a little bit of autonomy on there, a little bit, like you can type in things, but to do any real editing or anything like that, you'd either have to do the editing on your phone beforehand or go in to your computer afterwards. I don't know if you can actually edit though in Spotify's platform, Spotify for Creators. I think all you can really do is upload. Like you can kind of customize your podcast a little bit, and you could probably get a domain name for it and things like that if you wanted. But I don't think you can really do too much. But I'm gonna call it a night. It's 10:12 p.m. So we'll consider that I've stayed up late. Because usually my lights out is closer to 9. It's just, I don't know, I kind of wanted to do something, not just sit on YouTube all night. I didn't really have any plans. There's a rave tomorrow I might go to, free rave. Well, I got free tickets, so I don't know if it's going to be free by the time it starts, but I think it will be. But I don't really know. I want to go early because doors are at 7:30. I want to just go early, stay from like 8 till 10 or so. But the conundrum is I also want to wake up really early Saturday morning. So I don't think I can do both unless I like sleep halfway through the day, like get a little bit of rest. I don't know. But I kind of wanted to do something. I don't know if this is going to be very productive. Just looking at the different platforms. I'll do it on my own. I'm not going to do this for every single podcast on every single platform, because that, you know, if I find something interesting, I'll talk about it, but I don't think you guys want to listen to me stumbling around by audio. You know, it's not even like a screen recording. I'm basically just talking about what I'm doing, and I don't know what I'm doing. I've never used some of these platforms before, any of these other platforms before, but I think it's worth looking at them. I'm gonna have to learn a little bit about the Castbox process of any kind of monetization. I mean, it looks like it has that ability, but you know, if I've got a podcast that's been alive for almost 5 years, and it is, or it's in its 5th year now, no, 5 years. It's been going, and then it's only had 44 on Castbox and 1 subscriber, and all that time. I mean, I'm pretty sure whatever monetization options they might have, if they do have any, whatever monetization options they would have, that would not cut it. You know, I wonder what would happen though if I first posted to Castbox, if that would make a difference, or who even listens on there. It wasn't, well, it did have the analytics, but it was only one subscriber, 44 listeners, so there's really not much to go by. But, like, it would be one thing if that was, like, the first couple days or weeks or months, maybe, but for, like, 5 years, that's nothing. So, I don't know. But this is the kind of stuff I like to think about before I go to bed. Not fires. So, I'd rather just, keep my head in something productive, even if it's not super fruitful. It's just kind of a curiosity I'm having. And I've got the time to kind of do it because I'm sitting still in the house. I thought I would be out today, but I wasn't. And then tomorrow I want to be out, but I don't know either. I do need to get out though and get some work done outside of the house. I've got some stuff I need to do, but I haven't really been comfortable leaving the house because even opening the door, it's so smoky. Even yesterday, I was doing an Instagram live and I was sitting in the car, and not for here, not on Gaming Compute. I was elsewhere doing an Instagram live and sitting in the car, and I was in there for like an hour, and probably 20 to 30 minutes in, I was getting a cough just sitting in the car with the windows completely up. So, I wasn't running the air. I wasn't wearing a mask either, but I don't know. I don't want to do too much to really push my lungs and my throat and my sinuses because I've already had issues with that, but I don't want to keep going on and on talking about that kind of stuff right now. I'm going to get a little bit more immersed slightly in these projects. I don't really know exactly if this is a project that's going to be worth the time talking about it, but I haven't really given up on the podcasts and stuff. It's just a journey the whole time, Like, if I was really trying to do it for the money, I would have quit by now. It's not the money. But I know for a lot of people, that's what they want to know. And if it's something that can be figured out, why not talk about parts of the processes of things that I'm figuring out so that other people don't have to make the same mistakes? I'm hoping that some of the episodes I've posted have been helpful, with trying to troubleshoot some stuff, because there were some things that I spent a really long time on that I was having trouble figuring out. And as far as the eBay stuff, I took I never got my response from that brand name company, but I did find out that Puma and a bunch of other brand name companies are kind of doing that same thing with the copyright infringement situations. So I don't really think I'm going to be able to really do much with the whole Vero process. We'll see. But I'm kind of all out of ideas. If they don't respond to me, what can I do? Because I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. So I did sell some stuff though, but on OfferUp. So I've been making sales on OfferUp, and promoting products on OfferUp basically, and getting a lot of traction there, and just not really been too focused on eBay anymore, because why would I focus on it if I can't really get anywhere? But anyways, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm falling asleep. I took some melatonin a little earlier, and I will tune back in for y'all next time I'm ready to talk about something. Have a good weekend.